Hello and welcome to Education Corner. I'm your host, Dustin Latimer. We're highlighting local school districts, showing off some of the unique programs, classes, and clubs that make them, well, them. It's the stories you don't see and the things you may not know unless you're part of it. This week, we're traveling around the 4 states, showcasing Carthage, Cassville, East Newton, and the Joplin Area Catholic Schools. We kick things off at East Newton. It's where their superintendent calls home. Scott Charlton grew up in the Granby area, attended school at East Newton, came back to work for the school district after college, and has been there ever since. Now, as superintendent of schools, Charlton is retiring from the only place he's ever known.
I've always just loved everybody here, loved the people here, loved the community, loved the kids, and I think they deserve every bit as much of attention as anybody else.
Scott Charlton has been superintendent at East Newton for just 3 years, but he's always been a part of this district. Charlton went to school here, starting in kindergarten. After graduation from East Newton, he came back, this time to work.
I think I was just like anybody else. I really didn't know what I wanted to do, and I tried to think of things that I liked, and I loved school. I mean, some people aren't like that, but I loved being in school. I loved being with my friends. I loved the activities. I loved my classes. And I just thought, you know, I could do that every day. And so I decided to become a teacher.
Charlton started as a PE teacher in Granby and eventually became principal.
One of my superintendents asked me if I'd consider what I thought about being a principal. And I'm like, well, I never really thought about it. And he said, well, maybe you should. And so then I became the junior high principal at Granby. Did that for a few years, and then I was asked to be the assistant principal at the high school for a while. Did that for a while, and then our high school principal eventually left to come over here to be the superintendent, and he asked me to be the high school principal. So I did that, and then as it progresses, then I became one of the assistants over here at central office, was the curriculum director. And then I finally took over this job.
Charlton has worked for the school district for 31 years, and he says time has flown by.
Initially, I can remember, the first time, you see those kindergartners when the first set of kindergartners I had that finally graduated, 13, 12 years later. And that's like, man, you've been here a long time if you see kindergartners that graduate. And now I've got my first students. They've got kids that are in high school, and I've got seniors that are getting ready to graduate that I had their parents, and you're here a long time.
Like any job, there's been challenges along the way.
Probably the most challenging was COVID. I mean, that it hit everybody. I mean, everybody was in school. We're getting ready to start. And I still remember it was March 13th, Friday the 13th, and the governor said, we're going to take a couple of weeks off, and a couple of weeks took the rest of the school year. And then, I can remember we came in every single day and we fed kids every day in these long lines out in front of our campuses and gave everybody sack lunches that needed them and everything. So I just remember, the school pulling together to try to do those things and help everybody out.
Even though he's retiring, Charlton says he'll continue to be part of the school district he grew up in.
I'll still be around, and, down at our Stella School at that Triway, I used to go down there on Johnny Appleseed Day and be Johnny Appleseed for the kindergartners and everything. And even when I go down there now, they look at me and wonder why I wear shoes and everything, because aren't you Johnny Appleseed? So it's funny to see those guys. So, but this place will always have a place in my heart. Can't ever get rid of that.
If there's anything he wants people to know, it's this.
I probably want everybody to know that I truly wanted to be here my entire life, and my entire career, and try to make a positive impact on everybody I came across.
The Cassville School District introduces a new summer school alternative for rural middle school kids. Here's a look at what this unique 4-week program is all about. A new summer enrichment program is coming to Cassville schools. The district is partnering with Compass Academy Network, or CAN. The program provides educational enrichment along with personalized guidance.
In Cassville, we do offer a traditional summer school experience for students, but what the Compass program is going to bring is that elevated challenge and rigor for students that are ready for it in middle school. It's also going to incorporate leadership skills and decision-making skills for our middle school students.
The 4-week summer learning experience is open to students that have completed 5th, 6th, or 7th grades.
Middle school students are just figuring out who they are. They're just figuring out what kind of person they want to be, and that decision-making skill is a big one. And so this program will help them be themselves, but also decide what kind of person they want to be in the future.
The Compass Academy focuses on creative writing, art, civics, and math, but it's more than just academics.
One of their goals is to have students have experiences that they would not normally otherwise have without the Compass program, and so we really want to focus on that with our field trips and our hands-on activities this summer.
The summer enrichment program features leadership activities and team-building skills.
I think this program will show them what's out there, and we will introduce them to what opportunities they have in high school. And so while they might be timid as a middle school student, maybe with the confidence from this program, they can pursue some leadership roles as a high school student.
For Brain Power, the free summer program includes breakfast, lunch, and snacks.
Not only will we provide those meals for free, but it's also going to be a time for them to have social time and kind of hone in on those social skills as well.
For those who do enroll, Cassville Schools hopes the program will keep kids coming back.
We're hoping that students that are participants in the Compass program this summer will be able to come back next summer and the summer after and do the Compass program throughout their entire middle school career. Again, expanding their opportunities, their leadership skills, and their experiences as a whole.
The program can hold up to 60 students and is open to those outside the Cassville School District. To sign up, just go to the Cassville Schools website, csr4.org.
Any student from any school nearby can apply, so everyone is welcome.
Well, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's a common question for kids. In Carthage, it isn't just a question administrators and teachers are asking students, they're also helping them achieve it. And they're doing it through a resource typically seen in high school. Career fairs are pretty typical just about any time of the year. But while you may think it's something just for high school students, that's not the case in Carthage.
Research shows that kids as early as 7 or 8 are typically exposed to what they may go on to as a career choice.
Those career choices look a little different to younger students.
So of course you get the normal, like they want to be police officers, firefighters, but you do get a lot of, I want to be a singer or a dancer, professional athlete, in the military, YouTube creators.
For the older students, the goal is still the same.
The district has really prioritized just career awareness and to try to get our students thinking about tomorrow.
At Fairview Elementary, that can be as simple as bringing in visitors to talk about their jobs.
So our kindergarten and first graders usually have 6 different presenters and they rotate around to them, and then our second and third graders go to a different group of presenters.
It not only shows kids what careers are out there, but the people who are in their community.
Our students then get to know that person, and they might see them out in the community and say, "Hi, I know you," or they see a truck drive by and they know, that's Carthage Water and Electric, and they're excited to see those people, and it helps to make that connection with our community.
Administrators build on those interests in middle school.
About 5 or 6 years ago, we put in a careers class at the 6th grade center.
And carry it through junior high and high school.
They can take a careers 101 class that kind of, will leapfrog them into an opportunity.
Administrators also want to make sure students know they have the tools in their own school district to achieve their career dreams.
We also bring in some of our pre-K groups and have them come in and do some hands-on activities here on site in the tech center, so that again, hopefully they can start looking ahead to something that may pique their interest, and hopefully in due time they'll remember what those opportunities were and want to come back.
We do try to teach our students, like, hey, if they want to be a nurse, if they want to be in the health path and they grow up, they can start learning that in high school.
Hopefully we're placing students in a meaningful and a gainful employment opportunity.
At St. Mary's Catholic School in Joplin, students in Spanish class are trading in their textbooks for tacos. In order to enjoy some Mexican cuisine, kids have to order using the language they've been learning.
We've probably been doing this for about 15 years.
Students in Margie Black's Spanish class at St. Mary's Catholic School are stepping out for lunch. They're eating at El Caballo de Oro in Joplin.
We always use local restaurants. We have school families who own some of those Mexican restaurants, and so we like to go to those restaurants, and they're so good with working with our students, and it's just a great way to bring a bring to a culmination what we've been doing throughout the year, and it's a great application of what the students are learning in class.
Today, the students are ordering in Spanish.
It's fun to see what the kids have learned and how they're able to apply it and use it in a real life situation. Who doesn't love a Mexican restaurant? And it's kind of fun when you can go and order in Spanish and speak with the waiters and the waitresses.
Ordering out for lunch gives students the chance to apply what they've learned all year in class.
It's a chance to apply their knowledge. It's a chance to experience the Mexican cuisine and the culture. Absolutely, it's a out-of-the-box way of learning Spanish.
Black says the students in her Spanish class look forward to the outing.
They can't wait. They look forward to it. And the students who are in the younger grades all know that, when they get to 5th grade, at the end, they get to go out to eat, and so they get excited.
You could say the students are trading in their textbooks for tacos.
This is a fun way for them to get out there and use what they've learned. They don't get a grade on it. It's a participation activity, and they are participating very well.
That will do it for this episode of Education Corner. Thank you for joining us as we went to school districts around the 4 states, where students are putting their bilingual skills to the test, where kids start thinking about the future from a young age. Until next time, because education is always right around the corner.